So you've probably seen this float about where everyone puts teams into what leagues they think they are. I figured I'm gonna give it a try. This isn't an up-to-date tier list. There are a couple teams that have been, you know, relegated into non-league. A couple teams that got promoted. Chesterfield and Bromley got promoted. I don't think that matters too much. As where I'm gonna put the rank in. Anyway, let's start off. I've organised it already because it's the easiest one to do. Yeah, Big Six. All big clubs in England. I don't think really anyone would argue with them not being in the Premier. People say, "Oh, City," before the takeover. A championship team. But yeah, I mean, they've been a big team now for what? Coming up for about 16 years off the top of my head. Yeah, about 16 years. In my lifetime, they've always been a big team. Spurs will solidified themselves as a top Big Six team. Yeah. Next one, just to make this easier, is you've got what I call the other four. Is my team? And these are teams that are just the typical Premier League teams. Newcastle hopefully going to break into that top six soon. With this takeover, we've done really well since takeover. Villa always been a big team. If you don't like them personally, same with Everton and West Ham. They're also a big team. I don't think really anyone's got to argue that these teams should be in the Championship. I mean, I know Everton's been flirting relegation recently, but they're not a Championship team, in my opinion. Anyway, I'm going to do it from here onwards now. Just get the easy ones out of the way. So Accrington, League Two. They're not really a League One team. I've always sort of seen them in like mid-table, lower table League Two, to be honest. Barnsley, they could potentially go up in it. Depends on who I put in there later, but for now I'm gonna put them in League One. They've always been to the sort of team which they're too good for League One, but they're not good enough for the Championship. There was that one season, no, they did get playoffs at Championship. Imagine Barnsley in the Prem. That'd be mental. Oh, yeah, no one's good. Argue over that. Birmingham. Some people could say Premier League. I don't think so. They, I know they recently got relegated to League One and all, but they're, to me, a mid-table Championship team. Nick a difficult one because, of course, they've won the Prem, but they've not been in the Prem now for what, 14 years, and not really came that close. I mean, I know they finished seventh a few, like 2 seasons ago, but then they got relegated next season, so that says what you need to say. I'll put them in Championship for now again. It always depends on who I put. Blackpool are in the same boat for me as Barnsley, Bolton. I'm gonna put in Championship for now. Bolton are too big for League One in my opinion because you remember the Bolton teams with Sam Allardyce. You know, played pretty devastating football. And especially for Europe, I'm pretty sure they got into Europe for a few seasons, but they could have. People thought they could have maybe got into Champions League, but look into top four. Who knows? But they could again be up there. But the thing about Bolton is they got, of course, they've been relegated and they've struggled to get back into the Championship. They're not a big club as they used to be. Bournemouth, they've always done well in Premier League, Bournemouth, but I just think there's gonna be bigger teams there. I think Bradford for me is League Two, League One. They're always in League One. In my lifetime, they recently got not too long ago, and they've been struggling to get back in. I had Mark Hughes as manager. Like he's a decent sized name. He could have easily got a job in League One Championship, but he went down to League Two with Bradford. That says all you need to say. Brentford and Brighton are sort of just similar-ish clubs to me in terms of stature. Brentford's been in the Prem a couple of years now, so is Brighton. Not really dropped down. Yeah, I know, but Brentford go down. I'm gonna get I got a lot of hate for that, but You know, they're both stable teams. Bristol, Bristol is a bigger team, obviously. They got promoted like 10 years ago and haven't really dropped down. So I think they're solidified as a championship team. Can maybe move them back down. Who knows? I think Bristol City is bigger than Bristol Rovers in my opinion, but you know, Burnley. The definition of a team that's too good for the championship but not good enough for the Premier League. I'm gonna put them in Prem for now because they're always up and down, and they had that good 7 year stay. Really tough team to beat under Sean Dyche before getting relegated, and then they came back. Last season and were just utter crap. I'm gonna put them in Prem for now. But that could change. Burton, League Two. Cambridge, League Two. Cardiff, Championship. Cardiff's like one of these teams which like once the blue moon they'll push up to the Prem, but nah, they're really just a Championship team. Carlisle, League Two, maybe League Two and League One will swap over at some point. Charlton, look, Charlton obviously have a lot of history. Don't get me wrong, but they've been a bit of a yo-yo club, and I can see them going up this season. Fair enough, but I like Championship. I'm in the same boat as Barnsley. Cheltenham, uh, seen Colchester in League One a lot. And Championship, I know Coventry again have a lot of history, but um, they've spent periods down here, but not to be stable right now. Crawley, League through League Two, Palace. I think it's fair to call us a Premier League team. I think that's a fair statement. What they got promoted in 2015, I believe, off the top of my head, and they've not dropped down since. I mean, yeah, they've been the most mid-table team ever, but that's definitely a Premier League team. Derby are Championship. They're not Prem. They were the worst Prem side ever. I'm glad to see they're back in the Championship, but they're not Prem. Not a chance. Doncaster. I've seen them in League Two enough. Exeter. Fleetwood's probably there, so it's probably Gillingham. You can swap a couple of these round, but or screener. Fulham. They're a similar boat to Burnley, but I think they stabilised now. They got to they had a European run. I think they're a Premier League team. I'd say they are. Grimsby, Harrogate, Huddersfield Championship. No, they just got relegated, so it's Hull. Ipswich. I mean, Hull used to come up a wee bit of a yo-yo club, but not really anymore. Huddersfield were up for like 2 seasons, and they were there. That's all I can say. I can't really remember anything they did. I remember that season in the Championship, they did beat us, and they did always put up a tough game against us. So, but they were just there when they were in the Prem and then got relegated. Leeds. For now, it depends on who I put in the Prem, but for now they are a Championship side because, like, for my whole lifetime, I've only ever seen them in the Prem once, and they had 2 seasons there. First season they were pretty alright. The second season they were crap. They sacked Bielsa, got in Jesse March. It just didn't work. So in my opinion, they're not a Prem team. Because I think there's going to be teams that are bigger than them that we're going to put in the Prem. Like sort of Leicester, who actually have won the league. I know Blackburn haven't, but Leicester, they're always a team who you could say are mid-table or they pushed it. They did push top four. They got that season they were in. Europe. You know, of course, they won the league and went into Champions League. They won the cup. I'd argue, I'd say Leicester's a Prem team, but that's just me. Like Orient, I think I've seen them enough in League Two. Same with Lincoln. Remember when everyone thought Lincoln would reach like the Prem? Because like they knocked Burnley at the cup and they were done really well in the cup, and they got back to back promotion. I was like, oh, they're going to get in the Prem. No, they sort of stabilised themselves in League One. I know they've just gotten they got into the Prem last season. They got relegated, of course, and they've been. But I see them as I don't think Lincoln's a terribly small team, but I mean, I'd say someone like Charlton's a bigger club than them personally. Mansfield, yeah, I'll say, yeah. Middlesbrough, they were crap that last time they went to Prem, so if we put them in the Championship, they were absolute garbage. And I remember they signed like some decent players. They signed Victor Valdez and Victor Fisher, and they done crap. Oh, I mean that. Yeah, well, yeah, they signed Victor Valdez, they signed Victor Fisher, who I thought would be amazing for them. Was really that good. You know, they were in that they had a decent squad, so they just were crap. Got relegated with a Champions League winning goalkeeper. I know QPR did the same, but that's not the point. Okay, no, well, I might just put them in Prem because I'm scared of the Millwall fans. And I'll say this: they probably are a Championship team. Not been in the Prem for a while. Maybe they'll all get into the Prem one day again, which could be a nightmare for Sky. But I like MK Dons. They produced people like Dele Alli, right? And they were always League One, but they were just what Wimbledon. They were just Wimbledon. Yeah, I believe they're a bigger club. Morecambe, no, no. Norwich, okay. Force, probably Force are bigger. I know I'm not kind of inspired Juventus, whatever, but Force are definitely a bigger club. I mean, they won two Champions Leagues. Enough said. Norwich. Oh, I feel like I'm like a Burnley or a Fulham. They haven't really had a sustained period, like a really good few years that I can remember at least. They're going in Championship for now, but they could go up to Prem. Oxford, I feel there's fine for Oxford. I hope that's the case. They have the scene. Be quite good for them. Got a good team as well with Sibby and Brannigan. Their midfield, I think, is amazing. It's a good one. It's for Peterborough. I've seen them in the Championship. You could argue they are maybe just Championship. They're in the same bracket as a Blackpool or a Barnsley. Wait, Plymouth. I know they've been in the Championship now, but they're not. Port Vale, probably. Preston. I'll leave Preston for now because I'm torn between Championship and League One. Pompey. I mean, like they had a good few years in the Prem. Don't get me wrong. I put them in the Championship. So is it truthfully deserve to be in the Championship? You know, I'd like to see Pompey back in the Prem one day. Could it happen sooner rather than later? Absolutely. I think John Rossini was a good manager, but we need to do quite a lot, in my opinion. The quality of the Championship this season is a joke. GPR, you know, disappointing, truthfully. They signed Julio Cesar, they had Charlie Austin, they had Blake Remy, remember? That's such a good team. They finished 17th and got relegated next season. They had Harry Redknapp as manager as well. That KVR team was back. It was actually pretty good. They also had a lot of dross in there. They signed Rob Green just to have him as a bench player. Rob Green was a good keeper at the time. They had in a championship. I know they got relegated recently, but they're always, to me, at least a championship team. But Rotherham, they're in the same boat to Barnsley and Blackpool and Peterborough, I think, and Charlton. Um, Salford are there. They're only really big because they got bought by the class of '92, and like nowhere. Sheffield United. You can argue League One, but I'm gonna put them Championship for now. But end of the space, and I think Sheffield Wednesday are also Championship. Shrewsbury are there. Stockport. I know Stockport have done really well this season, and they've done well last season, and they've started as a League One team yet. If they go up, I'll put them in League One. But they'd have to do something really well because they're not, in my opinion, not bigger than like Bradford or Knox County. Maybe a Fleetwood you could argue like bigger than, but they're just. I'm gonna leave them for now. I'm gonna leave Wrexham for now. Southampton are a Premier League club, just purely by the fact that they produce so many good players. There's like a point in time they were in Europe consistently, or in around those places. You know, under World Koeman, they were great. Under Pochettino, they were great. And it sort of just dropped off after there. You know, Pellegrino didn't work. Haskell was a bit. He was very stale at Southampton, but I'd say they're a Prem side. Stevenage. In there for now. What comes League Two definitely, League One definitely. I've seen them in there. Walsall, yeah, Swindon's there, Sutton's there. I got too many in one league. I might need to put a few down. Um, but right, okay. If I feel like I put Salford in there for the same reason. Uh, it'd be unfair not to put Rex on there for that reason. They're sort of just big because of Ryan Reynolds buying them. And like, fair enough. I don't really care about the Salford one, but the Wrexham one, fair enough. I hope they do well. I like Ryan Reynolds. I like Robert McElhenney. What can I say? 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Right, 5 teams left. Can I put Swansea there? I know they haven't been in the Prem for years, but Swansea, they had a good team under Michael Laudrup. I thought they were alright for a wee bit under Gary Monk. Swansea always sort of used to play some decent football as well. I remember it being a really tough team to beat. I remember in the relegation season we got bet 2-0 off them on the second game week, and that was tough. They also had some very notable players. Michu, they had Shelby, the man that could ping a ball for like 40 yards. Love John Joe Shelby. Great player. His passing was just. And he could also just score bangers. You know, they had like Ashley Williams. A certain attacking midfielder who I can't mention was really good for them. They had Bafutemi Gomis, Eder, Fabianski. You know, they had a decent team. I think you definitely say they're a Prem team. As I feel like you could say that with Stoke. Stoke were always that team that were really hard to beat. It's not like Burnley before Sean Dyche, where they were going to face Stoke on a cold, wet Tuesday night. Also had like that period where they just consistently finished ninth for like 3 seasons in a row. They also oh team because they used to play like this ugly style football, but then they went and signed like Shaqiri and Mbula and Ojan. But then in that same team we still had like Beardsley, Shawcross, and Crouch. It was a bit weird. You have like all these brilliant like dribblers, and I wasn't fancy because kind of Stoke. But you had like just lump up Peter Crouch or no one to say about Shawcross. It was just a bit random. I'm gonna put Watford in Championship. I don't like how Watford's run at all. I think it's horrible. It's just sack a manager for the sake of sacking a manager. Manager can sneeze, right, you're sacked. And it sucks. Because, like, there was no reason he should have sacked Kike Sanchez Flores the first time. He kept him up pretty comfortably as well. They were a really tough team to beat. He beat us twice that season we got relegated. You know, now that good, he got them playing fairly decent, but they're like, yeah, let's go get Walter Mazzari, who then got them finished 17th. Oh, he's sacked. Right, who can we get next? Oh, let's get Nigel Pearson. Oh, he's going to keep us up. Nah, he's getting sacked. Like, the manager, that's insane, and it's not a way to build a club. And whilst we're on the topic of sacking managers, I just have to get this one off my chest. They're not a Premier League club. I don't care what anyone says that they've got a big stadium, so what? And this is probably bias coming out. But they used to just sack the manager right before the derby. They'd lose the game, and then they'd go beat us. They'd done it with Sam Allardyce, they'd done it with Dick Advocat, they'd done it with Gus Poyet, they'd done that with Di Canio. And then, like, they barely would get even 40 points. They are not a Premier League club. They were as stale as Southampton, and quite frankly, when they got relegated, it was bad. It was a horrible season for them. And then, to top it all off, they put in some of the worst Premier League performances in the mid 2000s. I generally don't. There's bigger clubs in here. They're probably a decent sized club. They're definitely Championship, but they're not a Premier League club. I will die on that hill, and that's probably biased speaking. I don't care. Wigan are probably also they'll complete that. Maybe I'm going to be a bit harsh and pressing putting them there. So that sort of just leaves this lot. West Brom. West Brom is fair. I mean, they were a difficult team to play. You know, very defensive, 20 years. But there's that one season they done really well under Steve Clark. So, I mean, fair enough. They also had some decent players. You know, they had Malumba for a bit. They had Foster. They fit Ben Foster at West Brom. Jay Rodriguez. That's Salmon Rondon, who okay, probably could have a Newcastle fan. I really like Salmon Rondon. He was really good for us, but he was also pretty good for them as well. They had Dan Fletcher and that. You know, they're a difficult team to beat West Brom on their day. I feel like Wolves putting them there is fair. They've solidified themselves. So, what championship club's going to go up? Let's see. It's been Brighton and Leeds, to be honest. Brighton have sustained themselves for such a long time. And you can also, I think, no, they've not been in the Premier long enough. Brighton have sustained themselves long enough. I think we could definitely say they're a Prem team. As for Wolves, yeah, they did have that brief dip into League One, but they're always out in and around the Premier League, and they're sustained now. Don't think they're in real danger of going down. They might go down because I know they've started poorly. Lost 6-2 to Chelsea. I don't know how that happened. I thought it was going to be a 1-1 draw. But, you know, they're definitely a Premier League club. I thought for a while they actually might break into Europe. They do. I think they did break into Europe, but I thought they did a lot better in Europe. They like break into properly doing pretty good European runs. Sadly, that's not particularised. Squad they had Ruben Neves in the Championship, for God's sake. Had a really good squad, Wills, Neves and that, but they've been picked apart over the years. So that's going to be tough. I think Fleetwood's fair enough. I have to put a team down from here. I thought it'd been harsh with Preston. I'm going to get some hate for this. They were just crap twice in the Premier League, and I've seen them a lot in League One. I don't care what anyone says. I think most teams there, there's not really many teams you can say that Sheffield United are bigger than. Wednesday's a bigger club, you know. Maybe argue Bristol, but Bristol's been such a mid-table championship team now. Probably argue Huddersfield, but it's been, but they've been in the championship for so long, and they're probably going to go back straight up anyway from League One. Maybe Bolton, but Bolton they used to be quite a top team. There's not really anyone I think you can argue for. And for League Two, I'm happy with that. I don't really say there's anyone I'd swap, to be honest. Maybe Stockport in a few years' time for someone like, I don't know. Leyton Orient, but I've seen Leyton Orient enough in League One in my lifetime to think they're a pretty solid League One team now. I think people like Charlton, Barnsley, Rotherham, and that will feel hard done, but do you really argue? Maybe you could argue Charlton's bigger than Huddersfield. You can argue that, but is there anyone else you can really argue that Barnsley's bigger than? I wouldn't say they're bigger than Wednesday personally. It's not just also. I'm not also just thinking about size, right? Although you could take that into consideration. It's not really a determining factor on why I've put what team where. It's just where I've seen them, what they've done in that time in the league. You know, like Brighton have been pretty exciting, recently. Stoke always a tough team to beat. Swansea were pretty exciting as well. Fulham had just sort of been. I know you can say he's just been there. I know they did have a European run, but they've been consistent. Leicester, of course, won the league. Blackburn, I know they've won the league, but they've not really. It's been what 12 years now, and Leeds. You could say Leeds are probably bigger than a bunch of these clubs here, but very frankly, I don't care. They were out of the league for so long. Other teams have sort of more established themselves now. That's just my opinion. Please let me know yours in the comments below. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next one.